Welcome back. In this week's video, I wanted to give an example of something we've been doing more and more here, which is using AI to create scripts quickly and efficiently that we can then plug into Addigy for some different use cases. So what spurred this video is I had one of my engineers come to me and say, hey, I need a fact that reports the external IPv6 address of computers. So I thought this was a great opportunity to show you the workflow I use to create these scripts really efficiently and test them and then deploy them in Addigy. Let's go ahead and hop over to ChatGPT to start. And I'm just going to give it a simple prompt, which is to create a bash script that reports the external IPv6 address on a Mac. We're going to let it run that. And so we can see that it's going to use something pretty common, which is just a website here that reports IP addresses in a text format. And it's going to look for a specific format for the IPv6 address. If it can't find it, it's going to report an error and it's going to report it after that is found. So what we're going to do is we'll just copy this. And this is a pretty simple one, so there aren't too many things we're going to have to go through and check, which is great. What we're going to do is go into Addigy, and we're going to go to one of our devices that I know has an external IPv6 address. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the script section, and we're going to go to Manage and New, and I'm just going to name this something like Test External IPv6. I'm going to paste our script in there, click Create, then I'm going to search for that. I'm going to run it by clicking Send and Run Now. And we can then go see the output of that by going to History. And we can see that it's reporting an external IP address of that. Now, a couple things we'll want to change. So it's great that it works, so we don't have to really go and do any tinkering, but I know I don't want it to report this external IP address text because we're going to use it as a fact. And so that's not going to be super helpful. So that's something we can go here and manage. We can go back to IPv6 and edit that. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to go in here and look for that text. All we should have to do is delete this first section here. So it'll just print the IPv6 address. So we'll save that. We're going to go ahead and run that again. And this time, it just shows us the address. That's great. So now what we want to do is I'm going to go and grab that whole script again. And we're going to go into our catalogs and custom facts, create a new custom fact, and we're going to call it external IPv6. We're going to switch this to bash, paste that in there, and it's going to return a string. We're going to save that, and then you can go ahead and deploy that as you normally would any other custom fact. Now, this is obviously just one really simple example, but we do this kind of thing all the time where we are using AI or using ChatGPT in this case specifically to create a starting place for our scripting. And then we can go through and kind of tweak and obviously troubleshoot if there are errors and issues that come up. But we found that it is just a great tool to help you efficiently create some more complicated scripts, especially if you're just getting into scripting. Obviously, test, especially as things get more complicated and you're not just doing things like reporting on data. If you're having it take any actual actions, make sure you're testing all of that in a test environment before deploying. But overall, we've had really good success getting all of this to work really well. I hope that was helpful to you. If you have any questions about other ways we do this or other tools we use in Addigy, feel free to reach out with any questions you may have. I can be reached at Marshall_CIT on the Mac Admin Slack channel, Marshall@CranstonInc.com via email, or on our website, CranstonIT.com. Thanks so much for watching.